Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We're still working on Measure for Measure, and today we get to hear from Lucio in what the folio calls Act 3, Scene 1, and in what other versions call Act 3, Scene 2, because again, Shakespeare didn't delineate scenes in this particular act. It's all just one great big long thing. So the stuff that's going on, Angelo propositioned Isabella, saying that if she slept with him, then maybe he would let Claudio go. But the Duke has a way to get out of all of this. He told Isabella that he's going to go talk to Mariana, who was engaged to Angelo, but then lost him when her brother died in a shipwreck along with her dowry. If Isabella tells Angelo that she will meet him somewhere dark, somewhere private, and somewhere that she can leave immediately after it's done, then she'll sleep with him. But really it'll be Mariana going to sleep with him, and then hopefully Angelo will fall back in love with Mariana. Mariana will have the right to claim him as a husband, and hopefully Claudio will be released because now Angelo will be guilty of the same exact thing, and Isabella doesn't have to besmirch her virtue. That's a sentence, besmirch her virtue. Anyway, so now here we are in a little bit later in the scene, and we get Constable Elbow again. We get the clowns coming in. We get Constable Elbow coming in, and he has again arrested Pompey, who is just known as Clown in the script. Arrested him again for being a bawd, which is just somebody lecherous, somebody who drinks and sleeps around and all that sort of a thing. And he's taking him off to jail, and the Duke is there. He sees this happening, and he's like, what is this? Why is he being arrested? And all that sort of thing. But then Lucio comes in, and Pompey's like, oh, he's my best customer. He'll bail me out. And Lucio's like, no, I won't. And Pompey's like, oh, come on, be post bail for me, please. I don't want to be arrested. And Lucio's like, bye, have fun in jail. And Elbow takes Pompey off to jail, and then Lucio and the Duke are left there on the stage. And Lucio's like, so what have you heard of the Duke? Because remember, the Duke is disguised as a friar, and nobody recognizes him as he's dressed in a brown robe, whatever. He's like, what have you heard of the Duke? And the Duke, dressed as the friar, is like, I don't know anything. What have you heard? And Lucio's like, well, some people say he's in Russia. Some people say he's in Spain. Some people say he's all over the place. I wish he'd come back because this Angelo is terrible. And what I know of Angelo is that when he pees, it's congealed ice that comes out and stuff like that. And the Duke's like, this can't all be all that bad. And the Duke was a great guy. And Lucio's like, actually, no, the Duke isn't that great either, and starts ripping on the Duke and saying some not so friendly things. But he's like, it's all neither here or there. Do you know that Claudio's gonna die tomorrow? And the Duke, dressed as the friar, says, why should he die? And Lucio says, why? For filling a bottle with a tundish. I would the Duke we talk of were returned again. This ungenitored agent will unpeople the province with continency. Sparrows must not build in his house eaves, because they are lecherous. The Duke would have dark deeds darkly answered. He would never bring them to light. Would he were returned. Marry, this Claudio is condemned for untrussing. Farewell, good friar. I prithee pray for me. The Duke, I say to thee again, would eat mutton on Fridays. He's now past it yet, and, I say to thee, he would mouth a beggar though she smelt brown bread and garlic. Say that I said so. Farewell. So basically what he's saying is that the Duke was not a good person, but that he was sort of quiet and underhandedly a bad person. He would, Claudio was paraded through the streets to have, so that an example could be made of him, whereas the Duke would have just sort of settled things under the table for indiscretions such as Claudio's and others, because the Duke himself was a flawed man who wasn't all that religious. That's what the eating mutton on Fridays bit is about. And the Duke was known to gallivant with sex workers and all that sort of a thing. And that was fine, but we would rather have that back, because the way that he handled things was much preferable to the way that Angelo is handling things. So then Lucio leaves, and the Duke has just a quick moment on stage by himself where he's like, what king or what leader ever gets to reign without being made fun of or criticized or destroyed? And then before we can dig too far into that, Mistress Overdone and the Provost and Aeschylus all enter the scene, and we will talk more about what happens when they join the party tomorrow. I will see you then. Mwah.